In Struct PIM, there are two interesting features that both have to do with the grouping of attributes, but each of them have their own purpose. So let's head over to our settings area and take a look. So what we're looking for here is these two features, attribute scopes as well as attribute groups. And let's take scopes first. So let's click this. And here we see the list of available attribute scopes that we've already set up in the system. We could easily set up a new attribute scope here by clicking create and then give it an alias. And that's actually the only bit of information that we include with the scope. And the same goes for attribute groups as well, where we have a slightly bigger list of attribute groups. We could also create an attribute group. And here we have a few different options, but basically related to the naming of the attribute group and nothing else. So let's talk about how they're both used inside of Struct PIM. Well, we have to enter our attributes area here where we get our entire list of attributes. And as you can see, we've activated the columns for both attribute scopes as well as attribute groups. And just by glancing down this list of attributes, we can see that they belong to a scope and some of them belong to a group as well. So when it comes to the attribute scopes, they are primarily a way for developers to group certain attributes together. So they could actually build integrations based on a certain attribute scope. Let's say that we have an e-commerce product page, for example, and we just need a feed of the product master data attributes. We could do it easily using attribute scopes. And when it comes to attribute groups, they actually have a different purpose as well, because they actually have a role in the internal grouping of attributes in Struct PIM. So let's see what I mean by heading over to our PIM area where we can locate any of our categories here. Let's take the electronics category and hit edit category. And here we can see that one of the tabs in the data model of this category is what we call attribute management. And here we can actually have attributes set up that are assigned to this specific category. And each category could have their own set of attributes as well. So here under tools, we see that it has this type attribute. And under clothing, if we open this up, under t-shirts, we can see that they have their specific attributes available here. Under shoes, we have a different set of attributes. Under pants, we suddenly have the fit and the material as well. And if we go to electronics, under laptops, we have a whole grouping of different attributes. And so notice the grouping element here. So in this case, model description, it groups certain attributes together. Processor groups certain attributes together, as well as storage and graphics, etc. So this is where attribute groups actually come in the picture. So it's a way to group attributes together when they're part of the category attribute management. And that's it about attribute scopes and attribute groups. Hope this makes sense. Make sure to also check out some of our other feature highlight videos.